Hello everybody, welcome to another adventure on Art Whisperer 88. I am making another open call because the concept was so successful and I've had overwhelming positive comments from all you viewers that it's wonderful and interesting to see what other viewers produce in their artwork. There's such a wide range of images and disciplines, and I think it's very successful. So I'm reaching out to all of you there who haven't submitted any photographs yet. If you'd like to have your artwork featured on my videos, please send me your photos to fulton at fultonartdesign.com. I will leave the link in the description box below, and it's also on your screen. So anyway, I have here my Soho Artist acrylic. Now this is a heavy body acrylic, so it is a lot thicker than normal, and I think it stays wet longer. So I plan to choose these darker values to make a first layer. And I have my 2-inch brayers here on hand. So I will start with red ochre. Now again, I don't have a preconceived plan of what I want to do, but I'm just going to wing it. And sometimes when you wing it, you have a more successful result. This is alizarin crimson. Let me open the lid here. There. Then I will follow up with some olive green. Now these are, I would say, very retro, mid-century modern colors. And I thought it would be interesting to do some artwork that uses those colors. Okay. Then as a filler, I will use this. This is turquoise. It's called turquoise, but I think this is really phthalo green. Just to give it some definition. Now usually when I use a dark color, it creates some definition, or I call it drama. So since this is a large plate, I am alternating vertical and horizontal strokes. And hopefully this will not dry on me. It would stay wet because this is a heavy-bodied acrylic paint. This is closer to the texture of oil paint. And again, I'm paying attention to the edges because I do like sharp, clean edges if I can help it. Now, if they're not smooth and straight, that's okay, but I like to keep it clean and neat. Okay. Let me get these out of the way. Now this is Richardson paper. I had just purchased a whole batch of them because in order to get the cheaper price you have to buy it in bulk. So that's just what I did. Now I think this is cold press, because it feels like it has a slight texture. And I'm applying a little more pressure along the edges because I want a razor sharp edge. Okay, so we'll leave this on for 5 minutes. Okay, let's see how we did here. I think it's a really good transfer. There's a little bit of a smear on the top, but that's all right. That happens when you hesitate when you lay the paper. You're supposed to do it in one sweep and not hesitate. I must have stopped for a split second, and that's why there's a smear on the top. Takes a bit of practice. Okay, so we'll air dry this. And this is such a shame to waste. I'm gonna try to recover this. Now I have some of this leftover gray, so I think I'm going to use it up, because why not? Okay, and then the rest I will use titanium white. So for a change, this will be a lighter color. Print in contrast to the first one. Let me add some marks with my silicone tool. I made out. I think oiling the plate really makes a difference. This could be another winter scene in abstract form. It's pretty cool, huh? Okay. So I will air dry this and figure out the next step. Okay, everybody, here we are at the next step. I decided that I want to put a second layer, and this is Naples yellow. Now what I'm going to do is employ a technique called a split fountain. Now a split fountain means you combine two or more colors and then you blend them with a wide brayer. I'll show you in a minute. So, in order to make a split fountain, you have one color, and in this case it's a yellow, and then you have another color, in this case it's copper. So what I will do is have them alternate. So you have copper, yellow, copper, and yellow. I think I'm running out. Okay. So I will start with the yellow. Now this is not going to be very perfect. I want it to blend a little bit. So I start with the layer of Naples yellow, and then I slowly blend it into the copper. Now for a split fountain, ideally you should use as wide a brayer as you can. But I'm quite happy with using a small one. Again, I'm paying attention to the edges because I want the edges to be nice and sharp. Okay. Get my tray here and put this away. Now the good thing about using these reusable stencils, the image is quite sharp. Okay. So here is the first pool with the deeper colors. Let's see how this works out. I just hope the registration is good. Okay, so we'll leave this on as usual for 5 minutes. Okay, let's see how we made out. Well, I can tell I'm really happy with this result. Even the paper is making a lot of noise. Okay. Pretty awesome. This is beyond my expectation. This reminds me of the work of Carlos Merida. He was, if I'm not mistaken, he's from Guatemala. and he did a lot of stuff that was ahead of his time. So I will air dry this and figure out what to do with the other piece. Now, in the meantime, I have some entries of some viewers, and I'd like to feature them. So sit back and relax, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is the second piece, and I decided I want to do some collage like I used to, and I haven't done collage in a while. So I will assemble some pieces. I'm cutting this with a similar shape to the reusable stencils, with these indentations. They will be like kind of like punctuation marks in a sentence. I will start with the little ones first. Okay. I want to switch brushes. So the nice thing about this matte finish Hot Podge is when it dries, it's really invisible. So it has a very clean and flat look. Okay, I will well, this is air drying. I will show you some more of my viewers' artwork. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we are at the final leg of this journey, and this is the first piece, and here's a close-up. So it does have a very retro feel to it, because I did use the colors that were frequently used during that time, during the 1940s and 1950s. So that's the first piece. Now here's the second one, which is a collage. Here's a close-up. I think the black tissue gives a lot of definition, and the scribble marks on the tissue also give some emphasis and contrast. So I hope you like this adventure. These were two very different artwork pieces, very different concepts, even if they did come one after the other. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you all you artists who have submitted their photos for me to show. And I hope that you can keep them coming. So thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.